All right, welcome everyone. This is Bob Maurer. It is Friday the 20th of December, around about 1:30 my time. I want to do a review that is, of the current seasonal futures spreads strategies, see how things are looking for the ongoing spreads. I have not done an update for a while, as you know, because I was out of the country for a few weeks, and I am officially back in the saddle as of this full week. So, got a little bit of catching up to do. There are a couple of ongoing spreads that had been on in our portfolio before I left and are still there, so we'll look at those. And then I'll be posting some new opportunities, if not this upcoming week. It'll be the following week as we head into the new year. Can't believe this year's gone by so fast. All right, so let's get to it. If you dial into the portal, you'll see the most current PDF version of the strategies, and this is this here. So for the week of 12/22 coming up, we are sitting with these strategies. So there are two that are ongoing. Actually, one will time out on Sunday. So it depends on whether or not you want to get out either today or Monday. That's number 332 Top Road. That's the WTI light sweet crude. 335, the heating oil, that one is now flat. Targets are achieved. 336, third row here, bear spread in corn. This one is flat, got stopped out. And then 340 on the bottom there is the oat spread, and it is still ongoing. So let's take a look at the two ongoing ones and the two that we are out of. We'll take the ones that we're out of first. So let's hop over to the charts. First things first, let's look at the heating oil. All right, so this is strategy number 335, bear spread heating oil. And I had revised this twice. Revised it on the 13th of November and then again on the 22nd of November. Thankfully, I did. The market was pretty cooperative with the way I was reading the data. And I had adjusted the entry level one to 551. That high was made, that level was breached, I should say, on November 26th when it got to 560, so 9 points through it. And then it just broke really hard over the next 5 to 7 trading sessions or so, right into the end of the seasonal window. And interesting that at the end of the seasonal window, market just did a U-turn and made new swing highs as of yesterday for sure. So kind of interesting how it just turned on a dime right at the end of the seasonal window. But market rallied, got us in at level one, broke hard, and depending on where you got out, you could have gotten out at either target number one for sure, or even target number two if you held on to it for it to stretch on down. So this one took a couple revisions, stayed on top of the data. Glad we did that, but it worked out really nicely. So it should have ended with some level of realized gain. That's strategy number 335, bear spread in heating oil. All right, so that is that one. That'll go off our board. All right, then we had the bad news, which was the corn, but a modest loss, depending on how many contracts you did. So this is strategy number 336, bear spread in corn. And basically it was choppy. So it was a scenario that we're looking to get short. And right out of the gates, the market rallied from -5, where it started at the seasonal window, up to and through our -3.5 entry. Broke just a bit shortly thereafter, getting down to -4.75, and then just kind of ground higher and got up to our stop on the 29th. So unfortunately, we got stopped out of this one, but fortunately, the risk was $75 per spread. Yeah, again, it depends on how many you put on, but pretty modest risk for this particular strategy. So 336, it is going off the board as a loser, unfortunately. 336 is off. Okay, so now let's get to the two ongoing. One is crude. All right, this is bear spread strategy number 332 in the light sweet crude long March short Feb, and this one has been chopping sideways for quite some time. Don't know why this is on an angle. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, and been chopping sideways for quite some time, basically between a range of about 39 and roughly around 15. Got within one tick of our exit on this date, November 12th, for our target 1. Got within one tick of touching and 2 ticks of guaranteeing a fill. Then it rallied, broke again, thought it was another shot of getting that 11, and then it just took off to the upside. So this actually filled the entry level 2 yesterday at 47. So potentially, if you kept that work in, you'd be in somewhere around 42, we'll call it, and the market's sitting right at about 44 to 45. So sitting with a modest loss. So if you got out today because the end trade date is 22, then you'd be sitting with a bit of a loss. And if you want to do so, trader's prerogative, you can risk it through Monday and see if it might fall back just a bit. It could also rally, so keep that in mind. But that's where we're at right now. So currently sitting with some level of unrealized loss. Both levels are filled. And again, either you're going to get out at the close today with a modest loss or wait till Monday if you'd like to give it one more day if you think there could be some weakness coming just around the corner. All right, so that's 332. And then the last one is the spread. And I think I said it, or it's showing up on the sheet as a bear spread, but it's actually a bull spread. So we are long this one. And we had 2 entry levels, -3.5 and -5.75. Both are filled. Market's been as low as -6.75, so 1 penny through our second entry level. And we are looking for a rally to the upside. I did walk it forward, so there's going to be some changes. We're more than halfway through the seasonal window, and I don't think these original targets are viable. So as you can see up here, I'm revising this as of today. So revised as of 12/20. And what I'm looking to do is take this target 1 and drop it down to our benchmark, -2.75. So this will now become the benchmark, -2.75, and our revised target 1. And then target 2, canceling the original one at +2 cents, and we're going to go down to -0.75 cent. -0.75. So let's move this on down. So this is our new scenario. So I took both the targets down basically. As I walked it forward, it looks like it still has high odds of moving higher, just not as high as when the seasonal tendency first started. So target 1 revised lower, target 2 revised lower. Target 2, if I remember right, have something like about a 20 to 25% chance of getting up to that level. So we'll just see how it plays out. Got a little W bottom forming right now. We got a low here from about a week and a half ago, down at -6. The low 2 days ago was -6.75. So pretty close to each other. Actually, they're both -6.75. So both these lows are -6.75. So a little bit of a W bottom. Hopefully build from that and pop it on up so we can get some money out of this one. Both levels are filled. So if you are an average trader, you'd be sitting with a fill or an average price by roughly around -4.5. So either way, once we get up to that first target, there'll be money to be made for both the more conservative entry-level traders and for the average traders. So that's my recommendation. That's the revision as of today. Tighten up the targets a little bit. That's going to move the needle in terms of risk reward. So as you can see, the original Strategy had a gain of about 312 for level 2 traders. Now it's 150. Target 2 would have paid 387-ish. Now it's 250. So because we've tightened it up, our gains are going to be smaller. The risk stays the same. I can't really tighten up the stop because I think it would squeeze the trade, and we just need to keep it where it's at right now. All right, so that is strategy number 340. Revise the targets, and we'll wait and see what happens over the next couple weeks. Okay, crazy week this week. For my first week back over in the last few weeks, with the big push to the downside in the equities, and some of the precious metals got hammered. And then today was a big recovery day, so we'll see what happens going into next week as to whether or not today is just short covering or if there's going to be a continued enthusiasm to get those markets back up to kind of where they fell from. So we'll see how that all plays out. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I should be posting, hopefully this weekend, some new strategies for you to look at. And then we will go from there. I hope everybody has a great weekend set up for themselves. And thanks so much for watching.